Brosplay!
Hello, welcome to Doom.
Hey, how are you doing?
We're into it.
Welcome to Doom Thesda, because Doom came out in 1985, I think. This is Doom 2016.
So why does that make it Doom Thesda?
Because Bethesda made it.
Oh, okay, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like Fan 4-stick.
I like how it says Hell Followed. That seems like a spoiler. It's like, guess what happened when they go into the dungeon?
I think Hell Followed sounds more like a band.
Yeah, or a tour. You know, some sort of like really grunge tour.
Hell Followed. But so does Snap Map. You're continuing my game.
Oh,
you don't want to do that.
No, we want a new slot.
You're fucking restart the game.
Okay, I always love the difficulty settings.
You're probably gonna want to go with Hurt Me Plenty. That's like considered the normal.
Hurt me plenty. You will get a balance of focus, aggression, and fearlessness. Yeah, I can do that.
Fearlessness. You'll understand what that means. So you walk eternally through the shadow realms, standing against evil where others falter. May your thirst for retribution never quench. May the blood of your sword never dry, and may we never need you again. I fucked that up.
Corax entries 717.
I fucked that up when I practiced it before we did this. So.
You practiced it? What's with this practicing thing? This is supposed to be stream of consciousness. Stream of consciousness.
No, if we were streaming, we would be doing this on Twitch.
I like that it actually gave us a percentile in the loading.
That's cool. I appreciate it.
It wasn't very fluid, so it's kind of useless.
Yeah, those always bother me. Those like really inconsistent percents. They just like fly by.
It's like a picture of oxygen to a drowning man. It's my favorite line from Watchmen because it's so applicable.
So this game starts well.
Jesus.
With core gameplay. A couple seconds after the game starts. It's fucking brilliant.
Oh, I'm already terrified. I feel like it's gonna make me do stuff.
So already you can tell this game, this character is having none of it. And gameplay. Can we get a score on that? What was that?
Yeah,
less than a minute.
Well, from the end of the loading screen, definitely less than a minute.
Less than a minute. Amazing. How most games should play.
It hasn't told me how to play, but I don't need to be told how to play.
No, you don't need to. You're not a fucking moron.
What button is that? Oh.
Right stick, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So I guess the obvious thing to say is this guy looks a lot like David Bowie.
This guy?
Yeah. He's got the hair.
He does kind of look like David Bowie with some cerebral implants.
Although it's a female. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, isn't that why it looks like David Bowie? A little bit.
Controversy, maybe?
I feel like everyone kind of knew that.
So, hey, this is the first game we are recording. It might not be the first game we've uploaded, but in 60 frames a second. This game is fucking flawless.
Well, we picked a good one for it.
It's one of the best.
I did not expect there to be any... Whoa. That was a sweet way to get the suit on.
Yeah, it was a good transition. I like that. I didn't even notice that. Good,
and I like that the helmet stays on, too. Or, sorry, the helmet...
Watch the fade. Ha!
Ooh.
The helmet HUD just disappears. Demonic invasion in progress.
Yeah.
Like if you have to put that in your system.
Yeah, the guy coding that in must have been thinking this could be a problem.
Yeah. He's going through things like, scanning, trace route. Those are pretty offline. Those are things I might want to. Oh, demonic invasion in progress.
Cause of the demonic invasion. Well, I think we figured out that there's some sort of demon coming in here.
I'm Dr. Samuel Hayden. I'm the head of this facility.
And a fantastic voice actor.
He does not sound like a real person. He sounds like a demonic invader.
Yeah.
Probably is, actually. Oh, I love it. I don't give a shit.
It's so good. If anyone hasn't seen Jim Sterling's video on Doom Guy, it's brilliant. So it doesn't do this very often, but it does pause the game every so often. But look how even when it pauses the game, it still runs at flawless 60 frames.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
It's amazing.
Whoa, okay.
So if you didn't read that, blue, if they're glowing blue, it means they're available for a glory kill. Orange means you're in range for the glory kill. Glory kills always yield health, and I believe they occasionally yield ammo.
Do I have to go pick them up, or do they just fall into me?
They kind of like bounce around like Borderlands.
It's really weird, the right stick press.
Yeah, I like it. I think anytime you can allow the player to never take their thumbs off the thumbsticks, is
It's
usually
true.
a pretty good way to go.
It's true. There's no need for a button.
It shouldn't be a common well, I guess maybe the jury's out on that.
I feel like they're trying to build this guy up, but he looks like every other enemy, as far as I'm concerned.
They are fast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're common. Like they're like one of the most common things so far that I've seen.
I like games where you can just walk over pickups.
It's a lot easier than like Fallout. You just spend your whole time just staring at the ground.
Yeah, you're looking for stuff.
Whoa!
Do they explode?
Did you click the left stick?
No.
Oh, okay.
Why is that?
So left trigger, not left stick. Sorry, left trigger is not. It's not aim. It's an alternate fire.
Oh, so in the pistol, it just happens to be aim. That's
Yeah.
the alt fire.
Exactly. I don't think you have the alt fire yet on this guy. But these glory kills
We
can
will
be
find
done
out.
from every angle, including above.
Ooh.
So
I
try
like-
shooting him and then like jump on top of him as you click it. It's fucking amazing. And each one is a different glory kill. It's so cool.
Back here, bitch.
You got it. You got it. Oh
Nope. That did it.
kind of reversed that. That's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's not really a two-piece if you miss and then just shoot them in the face.
So the whole point of this game is to be closing doors to hell, because doors just keep getting opened in hell. Because, you know, hey, as long as there's an energy source in there, humans will go there.
And can I switch weapons, or is this my weapon?
Yeah, I think it's the triggers, the top triggers.
bumpers?
Or, I think it's the bumpers.
Okay, I don't think I have an option at this point, but
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure
definitely
I will.
have the pistol. Maybe it's the D-pad.
Nope.
Have you tried both bumpers?
Yeah.
Weird. Maybe you're out of ammo or something? I don't know. I swear you
No,
have
I think this is just a phase where they want you to use a shotgun.
Okay.
They're just being lazy.
I guess they're just forcing you to do this.
I guess maybe I'm being really slow. Maybe these guys are supposed to be dead already. Ow, ow, ow.
Yeah, most people aren't paying attention to also talking to their brother, so.
Sure they are. Lots of people play. Well, maybe not.
Well,
Maybe,
when
maybe
you and I
people are all
played-
isolated nowadays.
I don't know. I think with the Xbox Live and stuff like that, people are more.
People are more digitally connected and less
Yeah.
physically connected.
Yeah.
I feel like we're old geezers.
We-
People don't connect physically anymore.
Man, if there's any problem with the current generation, you know the real issue?
What, the previous generation?
The parent generation of that generation. People getting mad about how fucking kids don't know the fucking Led Zeppelins. Well, that's because their parents just either forced it down their throat or didn't tell them about it.
Yeah, I mean, we know about Led Zeppelin. Lots of people know about Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Well, there's also one thing that people forget. The most vocal part of society is usually not the most representative part of society.
No.
So you have like a certain contingent of people that are just...
We are just talking over this amazing intro.
I guess I don't need to know anything. All I know is I want to kill these
I
people.
thought you were gonna say, I guess I just don't fucking care.
It's not that I don't care. It's well, it was something that was in Sequelitis. He talks about you don't need to be told why you want to go kill these things.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
want to
point.
kill these things because they're demons.
Yep. They're big fucking scary monsters in my face, and you gave me a gun. So you can definitely switch over to your other weapon now. I swear it's those bumpers, man. There you go. You fucking did it. What was it?
Right bumper?
It might be only one bumper. I
I
think.
have to double tap it. That's why.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, like watch. So one. Or maybe it's just really slow.
Maybe you weren't clicking it hard enough. I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably it. I'm probably...
You're not. You. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's what that was. You were partially. Yeah. So hold this, and there, full shot. Just sniped him.
That seemed really anticlimactic, actually. Bitch.
That's it. Yeah, I don't think very many people approach the game from this slow, steady angle you've gone from, which is probably
I guess
why
I can go whack
recommended.
those guys in the face.
Yeah, I think I probably recommended you play this just because I've already played it, and I keep doing this thing where I imagine that from what I have played, this is what people would probably want to see. But I think in a lot of cases, it's actually better to show people just somebody who's never played it.
Someone experiencing it for the first time.
Yeah, this is how you would play it. Oh,
Oh,
holy shit.
yep, that's how I'd play it.
And there's like an extra mode where you get like superpowered fists, and the glory kills become even more glorious.
Even more glorious glory kills.
Glory. Have I told you about the glory? This summer, glory is glorious. Well, he broke his arm so he could bust his face. Oh, that's one of my favorites.
Kicks him in the back, punches him in the face. That's the ultimate 1-2.
So, for anybody who doesn't know, this is a remake. Well, no, it's a reboot. Sorry, there's a big difference actually. This is a reboot to the original series. Doom was absolutely amazing. Like the original Doom is actually a triumph over the lack of technology that they had. It was such an advanced game for its time that what we're doing right now is a three-dimensional character moving around in a 3D world. The original Doom was it had two planes, I think, and objects moved towards the player. So the player actually never moved in Doom.
Really?
That's how advanced, that's how much they had to care about making that game work. It shouldn't have worked in its time period. It was like...
They didn't have the technology, but they made it work anyways.
Yeah, it was so limited that you couldn't aim up and down in the original. You aimed left and right, and the character shot up and down for you.
Really, to accommodate where the enemies were.
Exactly. You just did more. You just did more than I did without even paying. I didn't figure that blue key card out, and I was sitting here doing it without talking to anyone.
Oh, really? Is that what we needed to go through this gate?
Yeah, it's the blue gate. Blue gate, blue key.
I feel like I've just played so...
Why?
Okay.
The legitimate reaction on that was beautiful. I love... What I was about to tell you to grab the key, and then I thought, let's just see what happens. Let's just put the game to the test by testing you. Ooh, that's a... Whoa!
Guys don't move very well.
Whoa, that guy's not supposed to move that way. So they made a really interesting decision with the glory kills, because they always give health. So anytime you're in a sticky situation, you are encouraged to get close to enemies, which makes the game... the game runs really well and plays well when you're close up. So they encourage you to do what makes sense through dominant strategy, instead of just saying, oh, if you get close to enemies, it kills them. It doesn't do anything. You can just do it without losing ammo. In this, it gives you... you don't use your ammo, because you're using your fists and your meaty Gears of War legs.
Well, it reminds me of Bloodborne.
Really?
In Bloodborne, you get health back when you damage enemies. A certain fragment of your health.
Aggression, yes, aggression gets health back. I think it's like an answer to all the cover shooters, all the Call of Duties and the Gears of Wars that have you just waiting, and then when you're ready, and you shoot again. I was actually playing the Uncharted series on the hardest difficulty because Dunkey recommended it, and I found it was actually boring, because all it was doing was like I was killing enemies just as fast as the difficulty down from it. I was just spending so much more time in cover in the harder mode.
Because you took more damage.
Yeah, so I went down to hard, and it was way more fun than crushing, because like a headshot kills them just the same in both difficulties. So I didn't I was so good with the game that all it was doing was causing me to wait. It just made the game longer.
It's kind of like Call of Duty Veteran.
Veteran's stupid.
Enemies go down the same, but you just have this insane difficulty level.
Yeah, that game is like... The Call of Duty series on Veteran is so unbelievably difficult. You essentially have to be in the exact right spot, doing the exact right thing, in order. It kind of adds... I'm pretty sure you can jump across there.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Just gotta give her.
Whoa.
Yeah, it took me a while to figure that one out. Hey, little duty.
Oh, I thought...
And there's an upgrade system.
This is the only option?
This is just how it starts. So you have two options on your shotgun. You have the charged blast and the explosive shot. And they're both connected to your LT, or your L2.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really all about what makes you happy.
What the fuck?
Yeah, even when
so
he gets...
rude. So rude.
The Gymquisition episode on Doom Guy is so brilliant, because he talks about how expressive Doom Guy is without ever speaking. Because right there, he demonstrated how much of a shit he gives about other people. Because even something that's helpful to him gets punched in the face.
Yeah, well, he does nothing but destroy things. That's kind of his gimmick.
Yeah, he's supposed to blow things up. I highly recommend trying a glory kill from above. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I gotta find a good opportunity.
Not quite.
Tried.
It'd be a lot easier with one of the littler dudes. But to finish my statement there, from a while back, Doom had 3 games. They were all received fairly well. I don't think quite as well as the first one. So this, for when people heard about this, there was some controversy for some reason. I forget why. But people were concerned that this was going to just be a terrible game. And it ended up being a fucking blast. Kind of like what that guy just did to you.
Yep. Blasted me good. And I think that's really natural. Like, I remember when Diablo 3 came out, there was a lot of skepticism early on. Because it had been so long. Everyone was excited, but everyone was worried. Because it's so easy to just ruin something that's, you know, been everyone's sort of go-to fan favorite. Like a cult classic is hard to follow up for that reason.
Yeah, for sure. There's a couple of games, a couple of examples of that where they just sucked it. Like they completely fucked the whole series. Like it feels like the series was building to nothing because the third version of it was just garbage.
I gotta do one of these from above.
Oh, I'm sure you'll get it eventually.
I can't really knock people though.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to do a lot of melee damage. It seems to be more of a
That's not a good idea.
glory only.
Glory only. There's actually a lot of health pickups in this game, which is nice because you also take a lot of damage.
That I think that is not. I think that's because you're playing on the normal mode.
Oh, so it would not be this easy?
Yeah, it would probably. I think you have to rely more on killing enemies. I think you're going left right now. I think
Like
you need to go
down
more
here?
that way. Yeah.
I feel like I keep wanting to go up, but it's just not necessary to go up.
Yeah.
Well, I keep wanting to go up so that I can come back down.
Gotta go up and gotta come down.
Oh, yeah,
What
one
is
of these
up with
guys?
those enemies.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay. So that's what we call the hand stomp. It's like a curb stomp, but only Doom Guy can do it.
I really like how cool the pistol is.
It's fun.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
lot
fun
of
to
fun.
play with. And did you notice there's no reloading in this game?
I did kind of notice that, yeah, because the first thing I did was press X. I was looking for a reload.
I didn't notice until you mentioned it, but it seems like they wanted the right stick to be more of just a glory thing instead of an actual melee, because it didn't seem to do a lot of damage. Kind of staggered the enemy, but that was about it.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. My melee doesn't move people, really. It does stagger them. With the shotgun, it's pretty good, because it can allow me to two-piece them, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know what two-piecing is, go play Gears of War.
Yeah, go play Gears of War when it wasn't very good.
Yeah, the real Gears of War.
The second game... What was frustrating about that series is that the first 2 games were so good and the net coding was so garbage that no one could play properly. And every so often you'd have this amazing game where you were the host and everything worked the way you wanted it to. But you knew that this was a false victory because everyone else was dealing with absolute nonsense.
Yeah, it's a hollow victory.
Yeah, it's like the way that time traveler or someone who's not affected by time stop is always depicted in movies and television, where things just all happen at the same time. Just that's what Gears was like online.
Yep,
So
and it's really disappointing when it happens.
It was really kind of fun when you shot at an enemy and then nothing happened and you're pissed and then they explode 5 seconds later. Like that was kind of fun, but it wasn't. It was like people lost faith in the game, and by the time the third game came around, when they actually got the netcode in check, people didn't really trust the series. And then they tried to revive it with Judgment, and that didn't do very well either.
Judgment.
Yeah, it was... I think they set it up to fail by not setting up the way that they always did a game. Like they very clearly didn't want it to be Gears 4.
Is Judgment the 4th game?
Officially, yes, but Gears of War 4 actually just launched.
Oh, so they're okay.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a Gears of War Judgment.
Yeah, it's
Is that bad, or
you play? Yeah, well, I mean, it's
no? Sorry, I meant, is it bad that I don't know?
yes, that's what I was gonna say. Yes, absolutely. It's indicative of its success. Like you didn't even know about it.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. It speaks volumes.
It does speak volumes. Yes.
You know, like, it's okay that I didn't know there was 5 Ice Age movies, but I really should have known
there was 5.
Yeah, well, it's either airing now or has already come out. I'm really not
Holy
certain.
shit! I don't even think I've seen 3.
I've definitely seen 2.
I've seen 2. So what we just did there was what you get with the demo. Yeah, this
Right,
game
they came out with a demo.
This game has a demo, and that doesn't happen very often. Also, demo and Doom are very similar words, but that's probably not why it happened. You know what I love about PlayStation 4? Free demos. Oh, thank you! I didn't know I could have free demos!
Yeah, free demos, as if there's other types of demos that you have to pay for? Wait, there are demos you have to pay for, aren't they? There are some.
If there are, fuck you.
I bet there's some, man. Just
That's
think about the way
ridiculous.
people are, and
You could arguably refer to the intro pack of the new Hitman series
that's
as
what
a
I was thinking of.
purchasable demo. You could argue that, but it really is on its own. Like, it's a solid level. I guess it's 2 levels. It's a solid 1.5 levels, if you will.
But ultimately, it's a demonstration of the game, and you have to pay for it. So it is kind of a paid demo at its core.
I really like this voice.
Here's that I can activate optional challenges.
Reminds me of a spry version of Jarvis.
Accelerated pace.
It does.
The tracking component, pure dossier.
This guy doesn't spin very
Dossier
fast.
is weird. Dossier is a
word?
weird word. Because I never knew what it was when I was a kid. So I was always like, okay, Dozier.
Dozier.
Let me read about your Doges.
I love horribly inaccurate pronunciations.
And
And I want this to go
Like,
away. Do I have to
Pana-
go to my missions?
Panama Canal? Is that what you're referring to?
Well, Panama Canal's one of my favorites. And Bandoiler's always been one of my
Yes.
favorites. But I think my favorite of all time is probably Dandelion.
Dandelion, yeah, that's hilarious.
Because it's just so perfect. Like, anyone hears it and they know what you're talking about, but they also have no idea what you're talking about.
Although, you gotta admit, Danny Davido is pretty good. Like,
Yeah, it's true. Whenever you have one of those names that's like ethnic, it sounds so much better. Like Aaron.
ethnic.
Well, Aaron
I love
Aronson is a shitty name, but Dan Avidan, or what was that
Yeah,
one?
yeah, Dan Evadan.
Yeah, that sounds so much better than like John Johnson.
Yeah, and his dad's Avi Avidan.
That's, I would say, almost better.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
But I mean, he probably was just like, you know what, my parents screwed me, so my kid is gonna get it just as bad as I did.
Oh, Danny Davido. He was born in Israel?
Really?
Because it was one of those countries with a required...
Oh, I guess he does have that hair.
Yeah. Yes. I'm trying not to say things that I don't want to say. Yes, his dad was born in a country with mandatory minimum army time.
I thought you were gonna say mandatory minimum naming requirements. I was like, that's a weird fucking country.
You submit the name, we decide whether it's catchy.
Well, there's certain people where you basically just tack your name onto your father's name. Like, I know one guy whose last name is Pardo Suarez, but his actual last name is probably 4 times longer than that. Because every generation, you just add your mom's and your dad's together.
Yep.
So it just gets longer and longer. I mean, they don't realize that's literally an exponential growth. Like, after a while, you'll have like a 1 million character name, you know, after a few generations.
Well, there's every so often I'll meet someone and I'm like, and what's your name? And they look at me and they're like, TJ. Like, I find out later it's like 30 letters.
Yeah, like
T and J are one of the main ones.
like Toya Jobin or something like that.
Yeah, something like that, but it's more like Toya Jovanovsky Brosplay.
I love how you threw Brosplay into the name. That's pretty sweet. I see what you did there.
Yeah. Whoa! That guy had a
Ooh.
splody face.
Enemies explode, but barrels don't? I love it. Do barrels explode?
That feels like a really iconic statement.
Enemies explode, but barrels don't.
Like people are gonna come back to that. Like they're gonna that audio is just gonna ring in their ears. Enemies explode, but barrels don't.
I mean, that's a pretty strong statement to make for your game. Like this is the kind of game we are.
I just want to point out how amazing this scene has been. Like this is like really cool. There's like so much going on.
This like open room.
Though yeah, just the way that you were just kind of spinning around and shooting a dude and walking to a dude and spinning around a dude. Does that barrel over there doesn't explode? You sure?
Oh, it does.
Oh, okay.
That one?
There we go. Fuck, that was a good explosion.
Yeah, they actually look beautiful. Well, the one thing I realized is that you can actually two-piece people really effectively in this. And you get health back from it, too.
That's cool. I love two-piecing.
You see how quickly that is?
Yeah, that guy's gonna
Oh,
explode,
that's
man.
not fun.
But you can see how even on normal, like, you're already getting yourself into sticky situations. Like, you're gonna die, bro.
Well, and that's why
Unless you smash that guy's face open. Which, of course, was my next suggestion. Oh, no!
Apparently that was not an honor kill.
Ragdoll, your face!
Or glory kill?
That guy, these guys here are the only thing I recognize from the original Doom, because I didn't play it.
I didn't play the original Doom at all, so I didn't even know that those are callback enemies.
I watched it played on an old PC. I guess it would have been a DOS. I think it was DOS. In like 90... I think it was probably before 2000. I was really young. I didn't know how amazing it was, because to me... Because we already had a PS2, I think.
Oh, so that was old news.
So yeah, it was like, whatever. But like the guy who had it was the only game he had, so it was amazing.
Yeah, that's the thing about PC gaming back in the day, is it was kind of like the only gaming, unless you had an NES.
Yeah, it was... Dude, there were games that like JonTron plays a game where he actually shows you how complicated it is just to get it running. And that's if it chooses to run. Like, it was complicated. Like, you had to enable... Like, oh, God. I call that one the dentist. Or the jawbreaker.
Yeah, the jawbreaker, that's what I go for.
I broke a tooth on a jawbreaker once.
Ouch. I
Irony.
mean, that's what they say they do.
Yeah.
Should have read the fine print.
Just don't bite down. You need a yellow key, brah.
Oh.
I'm not saying this as a guide. I haven't played this. I only played
It just
the
looks
demo.
yellow.
Yeah.
We
we used the blue key for the blue gate, so I'm guessing there's a yellow key for
Yeah.
the yellow gate.
I actually heard something on the radio. Normally I hate radio and its advertisements, but I heard something really awesome on the radio. It said, the bold print giveth and the fine print taketh away.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a pretty sweet commentary right
that's
there.
amazing.
I
love that.
I heard another good line from Kingpin. You know who Kingpin is, right? Spider-Man, Daredevil, Kingpin, big fat, well, Fisk.
Oh, Fisk.
Kingpin.
I love Fisk.
Yeah. So Kingpin said, "The law is a spider web." Ow. Okay, so those things are damaging. Those are big walls, big deadly walls. So he said, the law is a spider web that allows big flies to pass and catches small flies.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I fucking love that guy. I forget his name. I think D'Ambrosio is his last name.
Oh, who plays him?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really good in the second season of Daredevil.
The
Was it
way. Oh
first?
yeah, that too. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Spoilers. I love the way he says that part. Then it's probably why they chose it for the trailer. He's like, he says something like, Hell's Kitchen has to be reborn. The way he says it is so good every time I hear it.
Yeah, he has a really interesting, I guess you could call it an accent.
Must be burned to the ground before it can be reborn.
Yeah, he has a certain gruffness to his voice that, I don't know, really resonates, I guess.
Yeah. One thing I love about the Marvel series that they've been doing a lot is humanizing villains. It's like it's a kind of an old thing to do where you have a villain that just has like a one-track mind with nothing
They're just a bad
to
guy.
add. Yeah. And that guy they explain why he's like that. I think you can shoot that back there. Yeah, I think that's glowing for a reason. It's got to be. What the fuck is that glowing for?
It's oil. I don't know.
It's oil.
I heard
It's oil.
I read another quote, one by the Riddler, and he said, "I've learned two rules for life. One, never share everything you know."
Oh shit.
Yeah.
That took me a while.
The Riddler. I actually love the Riddler. I feel like he's such a neat. Oh,
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
Oh boy.
Catches the flies and lets the big ones go.
I feel like I almost broke one of my toes. I clenched so much. Just I don't know. I don't know where I'm
I
going
don't know
all of
where
a
you're
sudden.
supposed to go.
Oh, I feel like I'm supposed to just drop down into this. Yeah, this is the other side.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey,
Okay, game.
Hey,
I see what
dudes.
you're playing at. Ooh.
I couldn't get a twofer.
Ooh, shoot that guy in the face. Ooh, you punched that guy's bot.
Ooh, I punched that guy's more than his bot.
All right. Thank you for joining us. Next time, checkpoint reached? Question mark?
Legs.
Oh, legs.
All legs.
Oh.
Oh, no legs.